Hey, 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 what's up, guys? It's your girl Misha here. And today we're going to talk about awareness. Where is your awareness? Think about that. Where do you find yourself drifting to? Because energy flows where your attention goes. So, AKA your awareness. So, when you are scrolling on social media, where does your attention seem to drift you? Are you more in tune with self development things that are going to push you forward, or are you drifting towards the drama that's out here and the funny stuff? The stuff that it could be funny, but it will draw you in, and it's not getting you anywhere. It's low frequency type of stuff, entertainment stuff. It has no um, bearing to move the scale for you. So, and also just not just that, because everybody's not scrolling on social media. But what about just regular life? Do you find your attention going towards your problems, the things that aren't working out for you in your life, or do you find yourself in a solution type mindset where you're sitting down jotting things that aren't going right, but on the flip side, you're also trying to find a solution for those things in your life? That will help you understand, like, what side you on when it comes to where your energy is going. Now, we only have one job, and that is considered the very most job. It's so important. I said the most job, the most important job for us to do. And that is to mind our vibration. That means staying away from like the trending drama, even personal life drama and social media. If you are on social media, it's easy to get caught up in, the celebrity drama of what's going on. And I'm not saying stay away from it. If that's what you like and it helps you entertain and check out of life for a second, do that. But also understand that you need to, check out after a while. Don't get drowned in that vibrational stuff. Um, because I do as well. I get a good cackle from some of that stuff, and it helps me raise my vibration in the moment because I'm laughing, I'm being entertained, but I don't spend tons of hours doing that because it can easily be addictive to keep scrolling and laughing and not getting anything done, and also just not staying mindful of your goals. If you are constantly being redirected from reality, it takes you away from, you know, putting your attention towards the things you wish to see in your life tangibly, you know, in your physical reality. And so you have to stay on point with your frequency practices, and that means journaling if that's what you do, affirming over your life every day, listening and watching high vibrational things. There are great music out there. I have a whole Spotify playlist of high vibrational. I named it Energy because that's what I listen to, and every song on there is deliberately, well, intentionally is what I should say. It is intentionally made to raise your vibration. Speaking of manifesting, it's speaking of healing and triumph, keeping you in a great vibration, calling in all great things to you through singing and dancing. So that's a great vibration. And I do that often. That's literally what saved me, music. So you have to change the channel if the frequency drops. So if you're in an environment or you are tuned into something that you can feel, it allows your frequency to drop from your base. Happy, high vibrational base is what we want to be at, right? No matter what's going on around us, bills could be due, kids acting up, relationship kind of acting funky, like all of that could be going on, but you still have to be mindful to stay in a high vibration because it's just something you got to understand. Your current life is a representation of what you created with your past thoughts. So if you continue to feed the current life that you're not happy with, that you created, then you'll continue to allow the energy to flow towards that, what allows it to grow and to fester into something bigger, right? So we have to be mindful of our current thoughts because our current thoughts create our future. So if somebody pissing you off present, you have to be mindful to not even let them trigger you, to ignore them, to turn on some music, to get up, I don't know, whatever makes you happy. Get in a bath, bubble bath, pour you some wine or a non alcoholic beverage. Get away from the drama because your current thoughts, if you get pissed off and you lower your frequency and you say some off the wall shit and it just blows all up or whatever, it could happen. It creates the future to be chaotic because with that type of vibration, you're going to have those type of crazy thoughts going through your mind. Either it's going to be self-loathing or going off on somebody else. So either way, it's not of high vibration. It's not beneficial to what you're trying to create for tomorrow, for next week, because we live in our thoughts that pass us by, right? So you got to be mindful. Okay, if you're not happy with today didn't work out well. For example, say all last week you were saying, I can't stand this damn job. I can't stand none of these people I work with, idiots. This shit is like ridiculous. And you just keep harping on that all last week. And then you forget about it. You were just having a moment. Every time it pissed you off, you harped on that present, how it was making you feel presently, pissing you the hell off. And it's okay to address it, but release it. So say you didn't release it and you just keep talking about it. Say everybody that pop up, this job pissed me off. These people so stupid. Blah, blah, blah. Guess what's going to happen next week or all next month? You're going to have hellish ass energy. You're not going to have a pleasant time at work. The coworkers are going to get worse and lazier. The job is going to get more chaotic. You're going to find yourself more mad. Well, is that a word? You're going to find yourself more angry at the situation. You're going to feel like it's terrible. And it's because you're living in your past thoughts. So whatever thoughts you created about that environment last week, last month, you're living in it now. And it's hard to wrap your mind around that concept, but it's true. Even myself, I have a problem with I'm a worrier, and I worry because it's not about every little thing. It's just a certain thing, and if it gets out of whack, it throws me off. It throws my Libra stellium off, right? And so I have a Libra stellium in my third house, which is my mind. And so I go to thinking. So I have to be mindful of the thoughts that I allow to fester, right? Because if I allow the fear-based thoughts to fester and I feed them my energy, 2 weeks from now, I'll be living in whatever I'm manifesting now through those fear-based thoughts and emotions that are connected to those thoughts. So we just have to be mindful of our awareness, be self-aware of what you allowing to piss you off in the moment. But just always know whatever I'm thinking and whatever energy I'm exuding out now is helping create either for my good or not, but it's creating my future. You are the master creator of your life, whether you believe it or not. It truly is. So the flip side is, say these people are pissing you off in that moment. Instead of having negative thoughts about them, you turn it around and you force yourself at first to start saying great things about them and saying great things about the job, thinking about all the good stuff and why you are still there instead of thinking about why you're ready to leave. And then 2 weeks from now, you'll be like, damn, the job done got smooth and easy. The coworkers that used to piss me off, they either got another shift or they quit or they got fired. You know, the universe will start changing right before your eyes because of your thoughts, because of your visions, because of the things you said and the energy you attached to it, the emotion. So you created a better environment for the next couple of weeks and you know, continuing. Hopefully you keep your thoughts good, right? So yeah, that's it. It sounds simple, But it's hard, and especially in the time that we live in now, a lot of things can come in and just like throw you off real quick, piss you off real quick, distract you real quick. A bill that you wasn't even expecting can hit your email and throw your whole frequency off. You have to be mindful, right? A child could get in trouble, and now you have to leave work early and go pick the child up or some shit like that. You gotta not freak out. You gotta woosah. You gotta understand, okay, this is happening, and I have no control of the outside, but I got control of me. And so, how I respond to this current present situation is helping or hurting me for the future. And so, our only job is to keep the vibration high as possible. I like to use tools. So I went on Amazon, I bought me some nice gratitude cards, and I do share some. I have one that I do messages on this channel. So I used to come on here every morning and flip a card from it and read the mindful message to keep you mindful and peaceful, in a chaotic world and things that we deal with day to day. But the cards that you pick, it's so funny too, because it'll be in alignment with how, it's like a collective energy of something we needed to hear that day. So I might resume doing that, and that'll help me stay accountable for showing up every morning too. So look out for that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Because if you're really serious about manifesting, you're going to be serious about your thoughts, because the thoughts will throw off or it will add to the energy that is boosting that manifestation to come full force towards you. And I know that like personal things can throw you off, because it's just quick story time. I remember once I was getting ready to come home from rehab because I had the stroke, for those who don't know, and I was paralyzed on my right side. I had to learn to walk again. So it was time to come home. The whole time I was there, I was so focused on getting myself, back to myself. And I was enjoying where I was. I was being present in the moment. I wasn't, it had my little times where I was like, I want to go home, but then, it would click away, and, I would be present and enjoy the best I could where I was at, and just put all my energy into recovering and pushing myself, right? But it was time to get ready to go home. And I freaked myself out because I allowed all of these fear-based thoughts to start creeping into my mind. And it shifted me and had me in a panic attack, because I was scared of my house. I had been gone away from the house for a month, and I was coming back home in a new body. So I was scared I wasn't going to be able to, maneuver around the house like I do. The hospital is different. The rehab is different. They have, the safety bars and all of that, because it's set up for that. So I started freaking out, and I had to shift my mindset. My brother helped me, of course. Thank God for him in that moment. Shift me back into reality. But that was a example of how quick your mind can freak you out for something that is not even possible or ever going to happen, and then it'll shift everything, your nerves, your mood, your emotions. So be mindful of the things that you allow to freak you out, right? Because half the time it's not as bad as you think it is. So breathe it out and understand how I'm feeling about this, what I'm saying to myself, what I'm saying about the situation can affect my future. And so, yeah, stay peaceful, keep those cortisol levels low, and keep your nervous system very calm. That allows you to receive. The calmer your nervous system is, the more you'll be out of fight or flight and survival mode. And that is what hinders us in our manifestation process. So I'm going to end the chat here. I hope you enjoyed this chat. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And I will see you in the next chat. Till next time, peace, love, and happiness. Bye.